Allianz is a German multinational financial services company. The company was founded by Karl von Thiem on February 5th, 1890. And to this very day, the company is still alive and healthy. So, how did it become so popular? Let's find out. Foundation. Allianz was founded in Berlin on February 5th, 1890 by then director of the Munich Reinsurance Company, Karl von Thiem, a native of Erfurt whose father was the director of Thuringia, and William von Finck, co-owner of Merck Finnick and Co. Bank. The joint company was listed in Berlin's trade register under the name Allianz Versicherungsaktiengesellschaft. The first Allianz products were marine and accident policies first sold in Germany. However, in 1893, Allianz opened its first international branch office in London. It distributed marine insurance coverage to German clientele looking for coverage abroad. In 1900, the company became the first insurer to obtain a license to distribute corporate policies. In 1904, Paul von Neher took over the sole leadership of the company as it moved into the US and other markets. Markets entered by 1914 included the Netherlands, Italy, Belgium, France, the Scandinavian countries, and the Baltic states, and Allianz had become the largest maritime insurer in Germany. The company suffered an early disaster in expansion when the 1906 San Francisco earthquake caused the company to sustain 300,000 marks in losses. In 1905, the company acquired Feeds Insurance Company, a firm that had innovated the first form of home invasion insurance. Other places it would expand into during the 1910s and 1920s included Palestine, Cyprus, Iraq, China, the Dutch Indies, Ceylon, and Siam. 20th century developments. In 1905, the company began to offer fire insurance, and in 1911, it began to sell machinery breakdown policies. Allianz remained the only company in the world that sold machine breakdown insurance until 1924. In 1918, it began to offer automobile insurance as well. In 1921, von Neher died and was succeeded by Kurt Schmidt. The company would begin to offer life insurance as of 1922, becoming Europe's largest offerer of the policies by the end of the 1920s. In 1927, Allianz merged with Stuttgarter Versicherung AG, and 2 years later acquired the insurance businesses of VAG, a large German insurer that declared bankruptcy due to the onset of the Great Depression. Expansion of the company then slowed until 1938, at which point it employed more than 24,000 people. Christian Stadler wrote the history of Allianz that it shows how important it is to diversify into related areas to hedge against the risk of fundamental changes in markets and economies. Allianz was a major supporter of the Nazi movement. Hitler's first cabinet included the head of Allianz to a cabinet member. On June 30th, 1933, Kurt Schmidt, Allianz Director General, was appointed Economy's Minister for the Third Reich under Adolf Hitler. During World War II, the Berlin headquarters of Allianz were destroyed by Allied bombing runs. Following the end of the war in 1945, Hans Hebb became head of the company, and Allianz shifted its headquarters to Munich in 1949 due to the split between East and West Germany. Hebb only held the position until 1948, when he was replaced by Hans Godefroh. After World War II, global business activities were gradually resumed. Allianz opened an office in Paris in 1959 and started repurchasing stakes in former subsidiaries in Italy and Austria. In 1971, Wolfgang Schuranen became the head of the company. These expansions were followed in the 1970s by the establishment of business in the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Spain, Brazil, and the United States. In 1986, Allianz acquired Cornhill Insurance plc, London,
That's why
and
Allianz,
the purchase of a stake in
brings you another car
Runenon
in less than 1 hour.
de Sutria
To promote it,
RAS
we
Milan
created CarSwap.
strengthened its presence in Western and Southern,
CarSwap is a specially built
Southern
outdoor
Europe
sculpture.
in the 1980s.
We installed it on
In
specific roads in
1990,
France,
Allianz started
where
an
nobody would
expansion
want to
into
break
8
down.
Eastern European countries, was establishing a presence in Hungary. In the same decade, Allianz also acquired Fireman's
1.2
Fund,
million
an
visitors at the
insurer in the
Paris Car
United
Show
States,
saw it
which
too.
was followed
And if you
by
missed
the
it,
purchase
it's
of
now in front of Allianz
Assurances
France head
Generalises
office,
de France AGS
as well as covering you
Paris.
from A to Z.
These
Allianz
accusations
ensures
were
that
followed
when
by
your
the
day
expansion
turns
into
upside
Asia
down,
with several
you can
joint
soon
ventures
have it
and
up
accusations in
and
China
running.
and South Korea, and the accusation of Australia's manufacturers Mutual Insurance. Around this time, Allianz expanded its asset management business as well by purchasing, for example, asset management companies in California. In 1999, Allianz purchased investment management firm PIMCO, 21st Century Developments. In April 2001, Allianz agreed to acquire the 80% of Jasrinder Bank that it did not already own for $20 billion. As part of the transaction, Allianz agreed to sell its 13.5% stake in Hypo Vereinsbank to Munich Re, and to acquire Munich Re's 40% stake in Allianz Leben. Following the competition of the accusation, Allianz and Dresdner Bank combined their asset management activities by forming Allianz Global Investors. In 2002, Michael Dykman succeeded Henning Schulting-Noel as CEO of Allianz AG. In 2006, Allianz announced the layoff of 7,280 employees, about 4% of its worldwide workforce at the time, as part of a restructuring program aimed at raising profitability, Allianz Sustainably, PNC, and Life. The reductions comprised 5,000 staff at Allianz Insurance Operations and 2,480 at Dresdner Bank. In the same month, Allianz announced that Dresdner Kellenwerth-Rosenstein investment banking operation would be renamed as simply Dresdner Kellenwerth. In September 2005, Allianz announced that it would convert its holding company into Societas Europaea SE, Latin European company, becoming one of the first major companies to do so. The conversion was made in conjunction with Allianz's accusation of 100% control of its principal Italian subsidiary, Runenon Aditria di Sutria RAS, for around $7 billion. The conversion to an SE was completed on October 13th, 2006. The Allianz Group The Allianz Group also simplified its brand strategy from 2006, and their previous emblem was replaced by the current combination mark. By 2008, the company was Europe's largest insurer. In 2007, it was a founder member of the Hedge Fund Standards Board, which sets a voluntary code of standards of best practice endorsed by its members. On August 31st, 2008, it was announced that Allianz had agreed to sell 60.2% of Dresdner Bank to Commerzbank for £9.8 billion, which is $14.4 billion, with an agreement that Commerzbank would acquire the remainder of Dresdner Bank by the end of 2009. After renegotiations, it was announced in November 2008 that Commerzbank would acquire the 100% ownership of Dresdner Bank earlier, January 12, 2009. The sale price was lowered to €5.5 billion. Shortly after the transaction completed, Commerzbank was partially nationalized by the German government to save it from bankruptcy. Allianz currently retains a stake of around 14% in Commerzbank. Allianz X, founded in 2013 and headed by Nazim Sentin, is Allianz Tech Investment Fund, with 1 billion euros in size. In August 2015, a consortium led by Allianz acquired German motorway service station group Tank and Rast for an undisclosed sum believed to be in the region of £3.5 billion. In April 2018, TH Real Estate and Allianz partnered to provide £100 million in debt finance to developers Yard 9 for the development of 80 Fenchurch Street, a 240,000 square foot office development in London. The fund typically makes between 1 and 3 investments per year. It is ready to support its portfolio companies in the next round in 8% of cases. It typically invests in the following rounds after Transamerica Ventures and SoftBank Investment Advisors. And there's a history of Allianz. How did it become so popular? Well, I would have to say that it's because of the fact of its being ready for portfolio companies. Anyways, that is it for today's video. If you guys happen to enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe because I do videos every single day. And also don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss a single video that I upload. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!